Hi everyone, welcome to another Howard's Coin Finds, and today I've been down to see Woody and Echo at Willy's Milk Bar, and I've got $110 worth of coins off him, so I'll show you them. That's the bag. So that's all the coins, 110 bucks worth, 11 bags there, 10 in each. So we'll look through them. Of course I'm going to start on the 50 cents because they're the easiest. The 10s and 20s, well, they're going to take ages. Quite a while to do all them. Again, I'll just show what I need to and cut out the rest so you don't have to go through the boring bit of me, well, pulling out tons of coins so I can check them with me little 10 times. And if I video it, anyone that's done lives with me, you know it can take 3 hours of doing it. So I'll cut that down for everyone and edit it up and we'll see what goodies are in here. So we'll go to 50s, I'll just stack them up and then we'll go through them. Of course I'll be editing a lot of this. So we'll start off with Captain Cook. And there's varieties on him with the 7 in the date. That's a dead straight 7. That's the hardest one to find. The other 4 to look for is the tilted to the right 7, and when they're tilted, that 7 leg comes across, that tilts up, and if you run a line across the 0 and the 7, it'll take you to the rim. I've found 4 different degrees of angle at that 7. Plus this one, and they made 16 million, 17 million. So there's more varieties to find than there are the straight 7. So technically that's the harder one to find. But look for the date variety, tilted to the right, tilted 7. Just run the line across that 0. If it goes to the 7 and 9 like this one will, that's the straight. But you'll see it angled, no problems. 22. Where the crop circle is on the 21, the 22 can get a raised dot. So it's a dot or a bubble in the same spot just there. See all those lines on there? All that dirt, lines, all this. You'll see it on these old coins because they're pretty prone to lamination flaw, and that's the start of it. You'll see where all the impurities are. I call them glacier lines because it just reminds me of watching shows with glaciers. You got all your dirt that moves through it and leaves these straight lines. Whichever way the lamination flaw in the metal is, they'll all run that way. You won't find any going this way. If any are going that way, you won't find any going that way. They'll always stay together and go the same way. And it's just all the dirt and the impurities that were in this when they made it. And they'll break down and evaporate. When they evaporate, it creates fresh air. Fresh air underneath and at the sides. The top metal can't grab fresh air and it splits and starts peeling. So that's your metal peel or lamination flaw. 2001, can get trail lines on here. I've got videos on it, look them up, trail lines. They're raised like die cracks, but they're not die cracks. Here's another cookie. And another straight 7. Unreal. That's 2. I'm looking here, the 2004 gets the shadow double bars just like on the 66, 50 cents. That one's clear. Always use your light, see? That light, if there was anything there you might pick it up, but here you're going to pick up everything. Cuds, die cracks, doubling, missing, doesn't matter. You'll pick up everything. fraction, the double bar, but not big enough, not high enough. It's die wear on these. 79 and 80 were deliberate well, accidentally deliberate. And the 66, 83, 93, 97, 96, 97, and 2004, all like the 1966. That's the best one to look at. And the others, they're not as big, but they are the low speed hump shadow bar, double bar, and that's die wear. It just happen to wear in the same spot, give a double bar just like the 7980, but it's got nothing to do with it.
I'm using it like that because I've got the magnifying glass. He's got the card on his hat. We'll get back to that and see if there's any more.
Yeah, on the hair at the top, just next to the eye, to the left. So we'll zoom up a bit. So there's a dye chip happen there on the hair, which is typical on these, just there. And then on the other side, the bugler, pretty sure it is, I think it's dirt. So that was dirt on his hat, but you get a cut the exact same spot. So that side's just got a tiny bit of the gown. Normally it's a big cut, but this time it's only a little dye crack there. And on the hair. So I've got a video on these. I've found 35 different errors on this coin. It's the most prolific error coin in the history of Australia's coins, as far as I'm concerned. And they were so bad that they stopped minting them halfway through the year. The dyes were that bad, so they didn't even do a full year's production. I think 20 million they did on them. 2015, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, up to 2022. Look for errors, cut errors, back of the roo, round the shield, on the feet. That's mainly where they are. And doubling, missing reading from die wear. But all those years, so like pre-98 it was lamination floors. After that it became any error bar lamination floors. Very rare to get them on anything from 99 onwards. There's another cookie. Maybe third one's got to be a tilted to the 7, to the right 7. Oh, no kidding, you're joking. Anyone that's watched my videos probably would know, like, I'll probably pull out one and all the rest are tilted. That's another plain 7, and there's me saying they're the hardest. Well, technically they are. 13 million varieties and 4 million straight 7s. You can get the incuse flag on this, and the incuse flag is the one to look for. Incuse means cut in, so if you look at the O on that 50, see it's in, that's incused, whereas the O is obtuse, so that's an obtuse because it's up and level, but it's up basically, it's not hollow. And the one to look for is the cross is dug down, and that's incused. And that was the first one they made, and they scrapped it and produced this one. So this one is the variety because the incuse was the very first one they made. So anyway, just let you know. You can get die cracks at the end there, and just here too. And you can get fat letters, they call it fat letters. It's die wear. As the die got more worn, the letters got wider and wider because they didn't make them deep enough. They're just sitting on there. They're so shallow, would have worn really easy. And the more the hole wears, the wider it gets. And so you get fat letters, they call. And it's dye wear. $20.19 IRB, well, IRB. That's 1.1 million there. One of the fourth, well, it's equal third lowest 50-cent piece we got out there. No, equal fourth. So we got the 85, the 93, 85. It's 2019. The 2019 IRB at 2 million, and the 2020 at 1.1, and this is 1.1. So this and the 2020 equal 1.1. Then you got the 85 at a million, and the 93 at 982,800. Not a million, like the books have rounded it off to. I round off too, but in this case, you want to give it to the prize. It's the 93. Nice. 2019, and you can get a error on these where the inner ear here is missing, and the reading. So you can see in there that boomerang shape of the ear. That's it. I've got them. They're completely missing. Bree told me years ago when these came out that she had some, and I checked mine. I had 8 at the time, and I found 3 that had it. No inner ear. This reading is all really thin and broken here. This is broken. I had little cuds here. I had little struck throughs on that, so metal dropped on. This ear was broken here, I think it was. And all this was just thin, really thin. And so the dye was worn badly. And so look for that, the missing in the ear on the 2019 IRB. And you can get these with the roo reed. That's the cud right there where it meets the roo and the reed. I call it a roo reed. You can get them on all the years from 2009 onwards. Yeah, so nice find. These get cuds all around the shield. Oh look, there's one there on the shield. Just there on the shield. Usually they're all around the place if you find one on these. Just there. It's not a bash or nothing, even though it just happens to be a mark there, but it's not. That's a dye chip. Put that on there. But check all your feet, make sure you check all the feet here and here. You get cuds all anywhere down here, all the way around, not completely around. You'll get them here, here, anywhere, or completely around here, here, the hands here, or paws here, and you'll get it anywhere on the feet there, and you can get it on the heels, as well as dye wear, doubling. Yeah. You can get the queen. If you look at that koala's tongue, I haven't turned it over yet, so we'll see if we score. But see that koala's tongue he's eating the gummies. You can get that on the queen on this. No, so you can get it on the queen, and you can have it come out and go towards the nose, and it looks like she's trying to lick her top lip, and you can have it in the ball, like she's blowing a little bubble, and you can have it as a dribble where it's come down the chin. Yeah. So look for them on this one, 2004. 2021, you get the crop circle on this one, and it's right where that ding is. Alright, so that's where you're looking for. It's a raised die crack in the circle. That's a round die crack. And then on this side, the 21, you can get a double dot. You get a dot under the beak, just there. If there's a dot under that beak, there'll be a dot large just here on that reed. If you look here first and see one, go straight up to the beak, and there'll be another one underneath it. They go hand in hand. Haven't found any individual. So double dot 2021. This one, the 94, you can get a wide date on this one. And this is the standard date. So on the 94, there's the wide date 94, which this one is the standard. So there's a 1/2 mil between that 9.9 and there's a 1/2 mil between that 9 and that 4. On the wide date, there's a millimetre between the 9.9 and the millimetre between the 9.4. You'll see the extra distance on them. I measured mine at 7 millimetres from that corner, the corner, or that corner, the corner, to the edge there. 7 mil, and this one, standard, if you measure it across diagonal, 6 mil. I don't care what the books say, because they're wrong. It's not a 5 and a 4 or a 5 and a 6. They're 6 mil and 7 mil. And somebody needs to measure them and fix up their books out there. So that's a standard. They're 20 million the standard. Well, they're 20 million for all of them. And how many wide dates there are. 12, it gets a die. It gets a crop circle as well, and the 2012's crop circle is in that reading there. So in this reading here, it'll be about there, and it looks like a Fruit Loop. The 2014 is in here, and it's really big. It's the biggest of all of them, and it looks like a pizza with topping. And the one on the leg is also round like a pizza on the 2014. And then the 2021, it's the 2021 crop circle is just right there. Come off that one to about there. And you can also get cuds on the hair all around here with that crop circle on its own, the cuds, with the crop circle as well. So right from that corner, just going around little cuds on the little die chips on the 21, and the other on the 21 is the double dot beak, and then the 0 is there in the reading, and then the 22 is a raised dot, exactly where the crop circle is on the 21. The 22 has a raised dot. You know, you could say the flying saucer landed because it's round domed on the 22, and I've got one sent to me by Snapper. Thank you very much. Never found one other than the one he sent me. I'll get it out, show you. Here it is here, 22, and I'll keep it in the plastic. Where the crop circle is on the 21, this has got a beautiful raised dot. You want to get closer. So it's raised, and it's in the same spot as the 21 crop circle. And that's the only one. And that's what the dots look like on the back, under the emu beak and the 0 on the 21. They look like that, they're raised dots. So that's on the 22. So here's a 2021 crop circle. I dug it out to show you. So that's it just there. So it's a raised round die crack. There it is just there. Anyway, that's the crop circle on the 21. And then this 21 is the double dot under the beak, the same as on the 22. It was where the crop circle is on the 21. And there's the other dot. So if you find that one first, look up here and you'll find a dot there. If you find that one first, look down here and you'll find a dot there. So that's the double dot 21 and the crop circle 21. And the bubble, same place as that crop circle, 22. So there's the 22 bubble, and there's the 21 crop circle. Roughly same spot. But the crop circle is bigger, but that would be bigger. The round on the outside, you can see it's dug down, and the bubble in the middle, like an island sitting in the sea with a moat around it. There you go. Cool. Okay, that's the result. 6 coins. The 2000 millennium, I didn't keep that. It was nice, but anyway, I did keep it. So we ended up with the low mint 2019, 1.1 million. The 2019 IRB, not the JC, that's 2 million. So we got that one. Then 3 Captain Cooks, all with the straight 7. Standard 7. Still, like I said, technically it's the hardest one to get, but unbelievably I got 3. I don't know the last time I got 3 just then. It's usually all the tilted to the right variety 7s. And then 2 error coins, 2005, got a cud on the hair there. And small die crack down at the gown, just here, and cud. And then the 2015, which had the cud just on the edge of the shield there. So 6 from 80 coins. That's about 7-8%, that's good. So anyway, we'll check the 20 cent, 10 cents, but I'm not going to do like I did there. I'm going to check them, show you if there's anything as I go along that's worth showing you. Okay, I checked those 20 cents and the 10 cents. So in the 20 cents it was $44 worth in the end, and 16 of 10s and 40 of 50. So all up I had 460 coins to check, and I found 23 that I've kept, including the 50 cent pieces that are over here, and 2 New Zealand coins, so 25 coins you count them. $5.90, and if you count those, it'll be $6.20 all up for 25 coins, which is 5%. So 3 to 5% is my average over 25 years of finding coins that are varieties, errors, collectibles, and oddities. There were other coins in there, but as I said before, I don't take all of the commemoratives out. But there was 2 tax ones, and the Kate and Wills was in there, but I didn't keep them. Alright, so we'll get into what we've got here on the 20s and 10s. I'll go the 10 cents first. Look what I've got here, a 72. They're 12.5 mil, but 72 under the 85 is the lowest minted. That's the one everyone's chasing. It's a 72. But then I got the lowest minted, 2011, 1.7 mil. Then I got the 2018 at 3.3 mil, and the 2019 JC at 2 mil. There, with the 97 and the 91 and the 85, they're the ones you're looking for. They're all the lowest mints. So 4 of them there. Not a low mint, but it's what everyone's chasing because it is the lowest under 1985. So that was pretty good. New Zealand 1986 20 and a 1980 10 cent. Out of circulation now, these ones. We've got new coins there. And one real nice 1999 error coin. I'll zoom up on it. So this is your standard 99. It's not the large head. The large head, the gap between the top of the lettering to the inner rim, it's nearly touching it. So this is the standard head. But it's all doubled. All the lettering, date, nearly all the letters over this side. And it's got all scabbing going on the inner edge there. So the die was all worn on the edge of the guttering of the die to the rim, inner rim, and it's scabbed it all up. I'll see if I can get closer. So a little bit closer, you can see and it's doubled. See if I can get a mag on that. Yeah. So there you go, you can see the doubling and that scabbing going on. Dates all doubled over here. And it's not double struck. I'm thinking it's more, well, a combination of two things. One, dye wear, and the letters are getting fatter. And the chin's got a little bit of double in at the front. I can show it. See that just on the chin? And it could be a transient dye. That means it was loose, and as it struck it minted like that. But you know, it's definitely dye wear, all that doubling. But because of the chin, I don't know, and a bit of space movement on this Z and stuff, I don't know. See the Z? That looks like a bit of movement there because it's not in parallel with the line up and down. It's actually thinner to a little bit different width, I think. I don't know. Anyway, nice error. Double lettering, but I'll just say it's dye wear. Alright, so back to the 20 cents now. And what we got here, 2003 volunteers, 7.5 million. I take them out no matter what. I like them. Look for these with a die crack from that edge going to that dot there. You get a nice die crack on these. Look for that. So yeah, nice. Then 1981 Canadian minted, half first claw Privy mark. I've got 3 of them out of $44. So I've always said if you get $20 of 20s, you should find one. I've got 3 here, and I also got 2 1981 Canberra minted. So these are Canadian minted with the Privy mark half claw. I'll show you in the tick, and curved base letters and a flat planchet. So curved base letters and a flat planchet. Turn it over and you'll have a half claw, first half claw every time. And it's got the large nostrils on there. These 2 are Canberra. All claws, they never did Privy mark. And the nostrils are the large nostrils. The other coins that were minted in 81 were in Wales, and their difference between the Canberra, everything's the same. Canberra's got flat base letters. The Canadian have got curved base. They've got a chip, and I'll show you, like a fishtail. These are flat based. The Welsh is also flat based, so the obverse is the same. But on the reverse, the Welsh have small nostrils and the Canberra has large nostrils, the same as the Canadian one, except for they don't have the half claw Privy mark. So large nostrils, nice condition, flat base letters, concave planchet. They use higher pressures, so the queen is actually dipped down in there. Whereas these, that one's probably a better one. They're flat, she's flat on the top of this one, and that one's down. The Welsh one is also down. They used higher pressure than these ones. So I can tell these just from the top without looking at anything because they're flat. And these are curved like a bowl. So anyways, I'll show you the half claw. So this is the Canadian, and the bottom of the lettering, sorry for the wobble, I'm standing up, trying to look down, they've got a little nick in them Now these are worn. There's that eye is really good. See, that looks like a bone. Yeah, well, the I, the T's, the H, these eyes up here, both ones on the date. I, the T, they all have the curve base, but if they're worn, it's going to be hard to pick up, but you can still see them on one of them. Even if they're worn, you can see on that one, it's got the little indent. So that's curve base letters. It's got a flat planchet, she sits on top. And when you turn it over, the very first claw is in half. It's actually a bit bigger than half. It's about 3/5. Any other claws like that one is just die fill. Anything like this looks anything like this on that Canberra one. On that Canberra one, this one, you can see the letters are flat. There's no curves on them at all. They're totally flat. And she sits down in the concave for pressure. And when you turn it over, all claws will be there. If any of them are missing, no matter what, even if it's the first one in half, it's die fill. And now this one has got the large nostrils. That's Canberra. And these are also the large nostrils. And Wales has thinner, a bit more spread, and they're flicked out like a teardrop that's been flicked. And so that's the Welsh ones. That's the three Canadian, 2 Canberra. Alright, and the reason I kept the Canberra ones is because they're in really good condition, They're really nice. 81s, both of them. So 2 Canberra, minted, concave, planchet, flat base letters, all claws on the other side. Large nostrils on the reverse is Canberra, small nostrils is Wales. The Canadian, flat base planchet, curve base letters, first claw in half is a Privy mark. That's them saying it's a mint mark to them, but it's a Privy mark because you can't put mint marks on these circulating coins. And that's a Privy mark, and that's just saying we made it. But they also did another Privy mark. They're the only ones that got curve-based letters, so that's 2. Both sides are saying I was minted in Canada. So 2 Canberras, 3 Canada, no Welsh. Onto these 2. These are varieties as well, so they're varieties. So that's 3 varieties there. And I've got a variety here. That's a 2001 all spaced IRB. This one is the 2001 all joined IRB. And I did that just to show it so you can see the differences between the lettering. The font on this is non-serif. The font on this one is serif. It's got T-bars and they're all joined. The R boots into the B and is actually completely joined. This one, the I is like a straight chip because it's non-serif, and the R stops short of the B, but if we're talking in size, it's probably a 20th of 1 mil or less. They look like they're joined, but they're not, and I'll show you why. Well, the one way to tell, if you've got a straight up and down I, no matter what's going on here, you've got a large head. The other one to get is I spaced RB joined, but the RB on that is the same as the RB on this. The RB on this one is different, the I is different, and the I is different, and the I is different. I'm trying to think now. I think the I spaced RB joined, I think the I on that is also non-serif, but there's a space and the R joins into the B, like on the OR join, and I'll show you now up close. Okay, this is the IRB all joined, and you can see the I is joined to the R at the bottom. The R is joined to the B. Runs straight through. The B and the R leg are one. This is like, never took the pen off the paper. It's just joined straight into it. And the I has T-bars on there. Right there you can see that the R is spaced from that B. It looks like it's joined, but there is the minutest gap between it. If that was the I spaced RB joined, the RB on there, you can see the I has no T-bars. The RB would be like the other one. So the IRB, the B and the R are joined in one continuous join. And the I's have the T-bar. That's all joined. The I spaced RB is exactly the same, and the RB are joined just like this with a boot. But that other one is minute. This one's a minute gap, but it is a gap. It's not joined. That's the all spaced. This is, I dug this out, this is a I spaced RB join, just to show you. So the I has T-bars on the top, there's a tiny space between the I and the R, and the RB join completely as the R is booting the B in the backside. So this is the third one to look for, and the hardest of all of them. So I come down closer. I spaced RB join. T-bars on the I, tiny space to the R, and the RB is like the all join, it boots it. Now there's more coins there than I said as well, because that's an example that they're all joined, I won't be keeping. And these two I won't be keeping, these 66s. They're examples for this 2008 variety that I'm going to show you now. And these two, it was pretty scarce finding both. If not, you just get one, and it's the wave gap. So it's got a gap, or both of them have gaps between the wave here and here to the platypus head. When you turn that on the angle, you'll see the actual length of it is there. The gap is minute. It's just minor, just that little gap. So it looks a bit thin when you look at it, but it gives you a better idea there and there. And so that's the 2008 with the wave gap. That's a Privy mark, just like the half claw that the Canadians did. Alright. Now in 66, you had the 66 with the wave gap. This is Canberra, and this 66 has no wave gap, and that's the London. That's the one you're looking for the wavy 2. The London with no gap. Alright, so I'll take that away, and this one has the wave gap, the same as the 2008, and that's Canberra putting Privy marks on their coin. Alright, so 2008 wave gap Privy mark coins. The 66 and the Canberra and London, you get them easy. But that was just to show you that Canberra's done it twice. 66 and 2008. Canada did it once on here with the half claw and this curved base fishtail scallop base lettering. Alright, so next is 20, 21 and 22. They've all got cut areas on them. So the 21 is on the chin. Just there. A dye chip, a little bit on the eyebrow. I think there's their hair as well, just there, little dye crack on there. That's the 20. 21. It's got on the hair, right where they had the dye crack. This has too, but it's got a bit bigger, so now we call it a cud. So on the hair just there. That's the 21. And the 22, yep, on the hair too, just there. Nice cut. And on the chin. So a mixture of both. 22 has a mixture of both the 20 and 21. Those two together makes this one. Anyway, there you go. So 3 areas there. That's it. I'm done with the 50-cent pieces as well. Oh. 2 error coins, 2005 error coins, and 3 straight 7 Captain Cooks, and a 2019 IRB. Beautiful. Alright, so like I said, there's a couple there, just examples I'll take out, 2 or 3, so there's 25 coins all up, including those 2 New Zealand, for including them $6.10. Beautiful. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope everybody learned something from that. There's heaps more. The 99 large head and the 2001 large head on the 10 cents is it'd just take me too long for pulling everything out. But there was still more there to pump up my percentage of fines from 5%, probably up to about 6%, but I didn't take it. You know, you got to be fussy sometimes. Yeah. Alright, so thanks for watching. Till my next video. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and have a good day. Till next time, bye bye.